myself.
Okay, so we're live. Hello.
Wow!
Woo!
Hello.
We're on a campaign called Tenements of the Great Rift, a D&D 5th edition campaign that is partially based off of Princes of the Apocalypse and then partially based off of whatever the heck's going on up here. And in our last session, this is where I'm going to need help, guys.
Okay.
So we started with heading from Riverguard Keep with a certain Werebore prisoner to Renwick in Sacred Stone Monastery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had started at the shrine, not
Yeah,
from
this was
Riverguard.
after we got in the fight at the
that's right.
shrine.
Yeah, so we opened with the aftermath of that fight, and we learned a little bit more about what was going on there, or at least what you saw there. And then headed toward Sacred Stone Monastery to just, like, at least consult with Renwick, because it sounds like, we'll get to this in a minute, but basically he's like the guy that you trust right now, with some information about this captive you now have. At some point in the conversation, you did share that Cal had seen at Riverguard a sarcophagus that looked like it was probably his brother's body.
Right.
And basically at that point his demeanor completely changed. Until that point he was curious, he was interested, he was trying to figure out how he could help you guys out in certain
Just helping
areas.
us stick around like a little bit.
Yeah,
It was
we
fun.
were. He started messing with Jolly a little bit.
Right,
It was very
yep. But then as soon as that was mentioned, his demeanor completely changed and he was clearly like a man with a purpose. And he said he's got to go, at least for now. Did you guys learn anything that you deemed to be important from that encounter of information from Jolly?
I mean, that we didn't learn anything new. I don't
We
feel
learned that the chant at the Scarlet Moon Hall that the priests were doing was a shortened version of. Why did I not put it in order? Why did I not do that?
I can give it to you again if you guys don't have it in the...
Yeah, could you do that, please? I'm like,
Yes.
part of me was just like, you know what? I'll just put my notes in an unorganized area because that makes sense.
And it roughly translated to manifest death.
The
Or
very
become
end
death.
the very end was become master of death.
Right.
Become master of death. Yep.
And also, I think the biggest thing that we learned was that Jolly doesn't know jack shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, Renwick did a full
Head scan. Like CT scan.
Yes, he did a full 7-second head scan, and we realized that he really is telling the truth that he doesn't know a ding dang thing.
Well, okay, so clarifying statement. He doesn't know a ding-dang thing about what you guys want to learn about, but he seems to know an uncomfortable amount of information about you guys.
Right.
And potentially other things. Okay, so all that happened. Anything else about that encounter that you guys wanted to jog memories on? Before we move to heading this way?
Yeah, not that I can think
there were just a couple theories thrown out, but nothing solid other than that.
Okay.
Yeah, like the fact that Jolly believes that all of his informants in Red Larch are human, maybe. Probably.
Yeah.
That's really all we know.
Yeah. And they all got boots.
Yeah, they all got
Cavalier boots.
and funny stands. Stand funny.
And then, okay, so I'm gonna copy paste this and try to talk at the same time. I'm just gonna give you the translation because you guys got the common translation, right? It was in different language, but
That's where it is. It's in the Discord, not in my notes.
Yeah, I
That's
was
why
like, I
didn't
know it's
put
in
it
the Discord, but we then posted too many memes, and now it's gone
If
forever.
you, actually, if you see the message, Taryn, could you just copy paste it into the lore channel? We should actually.
Yeah, for
use this
Oh,
more.
we have a lore channel.
We do have a Lord channel.
Yeah, we should use this more.
See,
But
organization,
intentionally
who's
separated
that?
from the Tome of Foes channel, so that because that's gonna be like full walls
Right.
of text, like
Mhm.
Gert is in charge of a literal entire book. So
Let's go.
yeah.
And now I've got a day that's like dedicated to looking very hard at it in real life.
Watching it write itself. Oh no, you're
Yeah.
in real life. Okay.
In real life, yeah, so that I can do the translations in a more timely fashion. Because again,
Nice.
now that I've seen that translation, because I had like glanced through it before I actually like sat down and tried to, you know,
Mhm.
do something with it.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, if I had done this 2 weeks ago, the interaction at the constables would have been a lot different.
Oh, okay. So I was going to say, you know, if we wanted to retcon, because you did have like a player level, not a character level, like, oh,
Yeah.
we didn't do that.
Yeah.
So I would say we could retcon enough to say that you
but-
translated more, but if it would have changed
Mm-mm.
interactions, then
It would have absolutely changed. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
Wholly changed my interaction.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh
Yeah.
man, that doesn't make me shit my pants at all.
I'm not
Sweet.
concerned.
You know
All
what?
that
But I
big stuff,
think-
guys.
But
We're
I think
starting
that's
strong,
gonna make it
guys.
even better because
yeah.
like now I hugged a dark elf because they told me their name and I'm like, we got this, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh no,
Did they tell you their name?
did I do something wrong?
Yeah, we got
they
their
did
names at
tell
the
us
very
their
end.
names.
They did.
I
And then-
got
and then
all of
Gert
them
gave
written
all hugs.
down.
Mhm.
Okay, that might be one of the things I lost. Can you please resend that to me?
I
I'm
got
sorry.
you. I have that one right here. I know where that one is.
Hell yeah.
Oh, now I have to scroll down in my bar because I have so many ally notes. Which I probably shouldn't. Should I put that in the lore or the general?
Probably the lore,
The lore, yeah.
because
Okay.
like I said, the general gets too flooded with shenanigans.
Yeah.
Sorry that we kind
Yeah.
of like went off track. But yeah, so when we got done with Renwick, we just went straight back to
Red Larch.
Red Larch.
Okay, here we go. Yeah.
Boom.
And if I'm not mistaken, oh yeah, okay, now I do remember that interaction around the room. But that was not this. That was not this time, was it? When you came back to Red Larch this time.
Yeah, that was this
It
time.
was.
Okay.
They refused to tell us their names previously, and they asked us, what did they?
It was basically like, what can we do that will like convince
your
you to trust
trust.
us?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you said we want your names because we've
Yeah.
asked like 4 times.
And
Yeah.
they were just weren't giving it.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. So now you're help me understand more what you're saying here. You're feeling not good about starting to trust these guys, or you're just feeling not good about trusting the constable at this point?
About trusting those guys. Yeah. Because they are from the Underdark,
Okay.
and a lot of what I am reading about the war is basically saying like devils and demons recruit humans to do their stuff, and also these other creatures who don't have a horse in the race will sometimes also help like whoever's going to pay them best And
So I'm glad I asked because we should clarify something.
Okay.
I think we might be getting a couple things mixed up. So just in
Okay.
case, let's
Cool.
clarify. The Underdark is a place on the material plane.
okay.
It's just like caves, right?
Yeah, it's
basically.
More or less.
oversimplified. Yeah, it's like a cave network.
Okay.
Like under mountains and existing cities and stuff like that. Devils are from the Nine Hells and demons are from the Abyss. Two different planes of existence,
Yes.
and distinctly different from the Underdark.
Okay.
Now, that the Underdark is commonly in this world known for producing people who are into more nefarious activity. So you might not necessarily be like completely off base, but it is not equivalent to the dominions of devils and demons.
Well, so where do like succubi and like where do and what dark
Incubi
hags
and the third one, dark hags,
Yeah.
angry hags.
or
Night hags. That's
night
it.
hags? Where do they come from?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm gonna look quick.
So succubi and incubi are they're devilish fiends, but they're not necessarily as lawful as the devil lords of the Nine Hells are.
Right.
And then night hags are fae. They're fae creatures. They're not
Yeah.
demon or
And so that's why I was kind of like, okay, like these are just fiends that, again, like my thought was just because they didn't specifically mention drow in the
Right.
yeah.
in the listing doesn't mean that drow are not part of that
That sort of gray area category.
gray area.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I would not make you necessarily do a history check to like get more detail than that. That is an inference you're making. It's not incorrect. So I'm not going to say that
Okay.
we need to correct any of that necessarily.
Okay.
So I'm glad we clarified at least a little bit of that. Let's see. And they only told you their names. They didn't really tell you much else.
Right. We know that one of them is
Before
the
we-
divination one, and that's kind of about it.
Right. And all four of them are here.
All four of them, yes.
In-
And they all tried to do like an extra like brain zoomy thing on Jolly, and then Taryn was like,
I was
"Is
like-
that gonna kill him?" And they were like, "Hope so." And he was like, "Then don't do it."
It's like can we just not please? Like just something else. just a little bit.
Okay.
So that's what.
And then that's what happened before somebody rained on our parade.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yes.
Uh,
Let's go.
Okay, so before we get to that part, I'm going to basically reiterate what happened right there. But before that point, is there anything else that you guys think we should reiterate or clarify?
I know that the voice came out. I mean, I guess nothing. I'm talking about a thing that would have happened literally immediately as we're talking about is going to happen now. So never mind. Just that the voice was like, "We've come to get the thing that we want," and we're like, "Well, of course it's Jolly."
Jolly knew that they were coming before the thing
Right.
happened.
He did
So
a
that
very
was-
poltergeisty. They're here.
They're here.
They're here.
They're back.
yeah.
Okay.
Will be the next time we capture him.
So your conversation in the constable's, one of the several constables' hut buildings here, is interrupted with this mysterious "kill it now" voice that says, "You possess an asset that is valuable to me. Punishment will be issued." And like as that was happening, Whirl, you noticed a flash in the sky, and now we've started with torrential downpour, and it very, very quickly goes from like heavy rain to like it's raining sideways and like severe storm. So I need to turn on this.
Whirl also did see that it was a dot in the sky before the stuff happened.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
because we put out a theory that might have been a water orb.
Yes. Okay. So hopefully this map
Bonkers.
works for you guys. It might take a
Yeah.
second to load.
Is it going to be like a giant map?
I'm in the darkness.
So
It's raining. Like
I don't know how much it matters, but Iz and I are outside.
animated rain.
I don't think it's gonna work.
Cool.
Oh,
Then
I
we're
see the
inside
light.
now.
I'm over here. Whoa, that's cool.
It's just like a bonkers
Oh,
giant.
there we go.
Oh, that's cool.
That's like an actual animation. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna have to turn it off because it's making my computer freak out.
Oh no.
Bummer.
We got to see it though. We know it's there.
We got to see
Are
it.
you on Google Chrome or
No,
Firefox?
I'm on Firefox and I've never had issues.
Oh man. Yeah, I was just about to say Firefox is like the best place to use Roll20. Damn.
Oh, good to know. I'm on Chrome.
I'm also on Chrome.
Chrome has like weird memory leaks and it just lags incessantly sometimes. It's the same thing with
Yeah.
D&D Beyond. If you want to roll dice in D&D Beyond, for Chrome, for me, it lags
It's
exceptionally. And then
It's
Firefox
so
is just
bad.
like you just threw dice across the screen. Like it's a total night and day difference.
Good to know.
you wanted to throw dice? You mean use an air cannon?
Boo boo.
Just dice everywhere.
It might just be that.
Okay. So we have 4 right now. That's not too intimidating.
Son of a bitch.
Those are the drow. Those are our buddies.
Oh, those are our pals. Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's even better though, right? I hope.
But from
You know what? I'm gonna go to a be right back screen and see if I can't take a minute to figure this out.
Okay. Claudius has about the same number of hit points as Taryn right now, so.
If you have the stream up, put it in the background. I'm gonna have to use the DM view instead of the second window of the player view because for some reason that window for the stream is making my network connection freak out.
Okay.
So spoiler alert for anybody who's on the, seeing the map. I'm gonna mostly keep it on you guys until I don't need to. And sorry viewers, I will try to figure that out for next time. I'm kind of thinking that might just be because this is my customized map and it's just not optimized with Roll20, so having it up twice is probably just making the network freak out. Okay, so I'm not going to mess with trying to put the rain back on just because this is working and I don't want to break it. But it's raining heavily. So, you guys will notice that you all have when you got here it was the end of the day, still light out. It is now so dark and stormy that you have a limited field of view, which you can all see now on your tokens, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And at the very edge of your view is going to be like disadvantage on ranged things, and then even within your view. Anything that's like perception or investigation is going to be at disadvantage at all times. The rain is that heavy.
Cool.
Okay. So you come outside. I'm just trying to talk as I put the hippogriff tokens out here. As you come outside, you're going to notice, what I just described, the severe weather happening. The wind blowing is to the point of like bending the tops of the larger trees around. And it's actually a little bit more difficult for you guys to move as normal because of the swirling winds. The occasional lightning strike is just crackling across the sky, and the thunder is loud. So even being able to like talk to each other at reasonable distances is going to be difficult. Okay, but you would notice out of the very, very peak of your points of view that a whole bunch of people that were and still are outside are scattering. And at first it's hard to tell if it's just related to the weather or if it's anything else. The voice you heard was as clear as if it was standing right next to you. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm assuming the constable has Jolly, because we're all outside.
Yeah, he's still inside with Jolly.
Okay.
How's everybody feeling?
I'm fine.
A little wet, but it's rain.
I'm in a lot of pain, but I'll pull through.
I'm dying.
The elves would speak up as soon as you guys got outside. Just give me. This is not going to work, so I'm just going to have to do one thing at a time, get these darn tokens on here, and then say it.
All good.
Where is Hippogriff? What? We've had these.
Hippogriff has transcended Roll20. They're just too powerful now.
Alright, I'm just going to put 2 griffins on here, because for now, close enough. We've already lost enough.
Okay.
Guys,
as soon as I'm done looking for him is when I see him.
I think our hippogriffs are evolving, guys.
Okay. Is that everything? The 4 elves, the 2 hippogriffs. Your cart is off to the side. The horses aren't going to fight. Okay.
Good.
We're going to protect the horses.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, the hippogriffs are right there. The elves would speak up and say, this is the last thing we saw before we came here. We must find its source and eliminate it.
So it's an orb?
This is definitely the result of an orb.
Cool. I am immediately going to go into the cart and grab that extra chest we had and start carving the symbol for fire on the chest.
It's too
so
late
we have
for
a box
that.
ready to put it in.
It's already detonated. That's the elf talking, not me.
Cool. No, I know that. I'm like, cool. Now what?
Can we stop it, or do we have to just get out of here?
I don't believe we can stop it, but I think most of the town could withstand it. We need to focus on its source, the people who brought it. They have to be nearby, and we have to assume that they're dangerous. They mean harm.
We need to make sure that our prisoner's kept safe. We don't want him being taken.
When you say that, this one will come back to the door and yell in, Constable, he does not leave. And as he says that, this other one is going to get a sort of immediate look of panic on his face and look to the other two and say, the dwarves are in the cave. Go. And these two dart
Okay.
toward the direction that you understand the cave is.
The hole.
The hole would be.
Yeah.
So because people are actually starting to move, we're going to treat this as like semi-initiative and do like a round-ish at a time. But in the interest of trying to keep things moving along, let's, until the battle actually starts, if it starts. What do you guys do?
Excuse me?
We're having a battle?
Sorry.
Real quick, though.
Super spoiler alert, but they did say they want to find the people.
Yeah.
What?
So I figured something bad was gonna happen, so I'm gonna cast Death Ward on Terran.
Nice.
Tight.
Oh, thank you.
Good looking out.
I got no excuse for that, guys. I just totally spoiled that.
I mean,
We
What's happening?
were pretty. I think we already like.
I
I was like fully
suspicion.
expecting to roll initiative and had like 6 plans in the back of my mind just in case.
I thought we were just gonna hop in and be like, all right, everyone, roll initiative. Here's 7 guys.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
you can't. The only people you can see are the ones that are actually on your screen, and then everything else is like, for lack of a better term, shadows. Don't read into that. But like, imagine looking into a massive sheet of raining sideways and trying to see people more than 100 feet away. It looks like that.
So it's more of like an obscured blindness and not like a darkness blindness kind of thing.
Yeah. So dark vision does not work here. It is a true obscuration of vision. Is that a word?
Gotcha.
Obscuration.
Obscuration.
You know what I meant.
It.
Obscured area of vision.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
What area did we see the orb or the flash in? Because I would assume they'd probably be more of the east. The flash was east. Do we go east?
That
It's
feels
the
right.
only way we really know where to go. That was not a good thing to say. That was a terrible line.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
It is. Friday.
Yeah, let's go east.
Does anyone want to take a hippogriff with them? Are they good at flying in the rain?
Do we need them? Did you see anything in the sky?
I mean, the orb exploded in the sky. If we're talking about like a dot that.
Well, and then I'll start heading over to it to Talik and start saddling up.
Yeah.
GM, I'm going to take out my pocket watch and look at the weather. I'm looking for something very specific
Okay.
when I check the weather.
Are you waiting to tell me what until I say something?
Possibly. I kind of want to check it, and then like I want to ask the clarifying question.
Okay. So when you pull it out, it's only been like a few seconds since this started. You open it up, and it actually starts out with what you normally understand is the sunny, mostly clear day, and then it like glitches for a moment, and then goes to this just violent swirl of clouds and lightning and an illusion of rain.
Well, yep, he said the magic word. Taryn, I do not believe the hippogriffs would be a good idea. lightning may strike you, things may be too torrent up in the clouds. I probably wouldn't recommend flying too high.
I'll keep that in mind, but if the orb detonated in the sky, I want to make sure that there's nothing else up here. I won't get that much. No, I won't get that high off the ground.
Be safe.
Hold on. Can I do something? I don't remember if I already used it.
You're flying in the dark?
I'm just gonna get like 30 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And then. So hold on, I want to check something because that might change where I want to be. Oh yeah, I can just do that. I don't have a limit. So if so, Cal, when you say that, I'll give you another fist bump that lets you have advantage on initiative, and then I'll go get on Talik and start to get into the air.
Oh, okay. He
I'm
kind of says confused because he already has advantage on initiative.
Oh, I didn't. I thought you didn't. Fine, it would happen
someone else
anyways.
if you want to.
Oh, okay. God. Gert, I'm gonna need your help.
Okay.
I'm not feeling that great.
That's why I made sure that you're not gonna die right away.
Very accurate.
Not
Oh, you get the like bounce back up thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, are you telling me I'll hit the ground and then bounce back? Okay.
No, you have death ward.
I know.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you'll just again, you won't die right away.
Right away. Okay.
So I'll keep an eye on you.
Yeah, Gert, take the initiative.
Okay.
God, I've never had 17 hit points, or not even 17, 12, 17.
And
I'm
17.
very stressed. Yeah, I'm very stressed out right now, guys.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, these guys are gonna move even farther. Yeah, it's totally this map. I'll be able to get it back to normal when we're not on this map anymore.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Gert's gonna take a hippogriff too.
Okay.
Cool. Ground team.
Yeah.
These two will sort of look around and confirm with you guys that it's incredibly difficult to see, but they're gonna start sort of not marching, but walking intently, power walking this direction.
Nice. Okay.
We should probably follow them, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna follow them.
Yeah. Could do that. Boop. Boop.
It's slow power walking.
I'm switching to Firefox now because this is slow.
Is it freaking out for you too?
Yeah, I'm on Chrome. Chrome does not handle Roll20 very well.
Terrible.
I like it for a lot of things, but for this stuff, not so much.
As we're kind of moving past, I'm going to, I guess I don't know if there's any like foliage or things like out in front of the, well, hey, guess what? Spoiler alert, it's really bad on Firefox right now too, but at least on mine. But like over and around, like in front, I'm gonna see if I can stick to sort of that side as I'm moving forward. Because I'm going to be kind of going to each place, like business or residence, whatever it is, just kind of, you know, trying to shout over the storm for people to stay inside and protect themselves and just kind of, you know, take necessary precautions. There's, you know, different various things that I would say of just people being, you know, making sure the townspeoples are protecting themselves.
Okay. So these 4 buildings immediately to your south and going east along this path are the 4 buildings that are sort of involved with the constable's operation and his wife. The whole meat butcher processing and selling operation they got going on. So there's not a whole lot of people between these 4 buildings. You would notice that quickly. Just maybe the 8 or so total, other than the constable and Jolly, that would have been like doing normal operations, shutting down for the day type of thing. So if you're all heading east, actually, Gert and Taryn, or Gert and was someone else doing using a hippogriff, or?
Yeah, it was Taryn.
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, so Gert, where are you? There you are. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys together. Still on the ground at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna scoot you all
And-
here.
And how far do hippogriffs move flying?
I don't want to guess. I'm just gonna pull it up.
5 feet. No.
It's at least 30. I want to say it's 40 or more, though.
Yeah. We've been feeding the
60.
hippogriffs too much.
I don't
They got a
know.
little chunky.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why I thought it was 60, but
40 feet is
Because
on
it
the
is.
ground. They can
It's a
walk
very-
at a speed of 40 feet. They can fly at 60.
okay,
Oh,
fly at 60.
Okay.
yeah.
If you guys go into D&D Beyond and you go to the very far right where it says extras, you can add an extra and add a mount of a hippogriff. So you can
Ooh.
use that.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That's good to
That's
know.
so cool.
There's a bunch of stuff that you can do in there. but That's one of them.
Beast companion, familiar, sidekick.
Eric Hakra.
I don't.
Maybe later
What?
we can get Braylon to be our sidekick.
Yes, perfect.
So from right here, if I yell really loud, can like all of the RT boys hear me?
Yes.
Great.
You would,
Over the
you
next.
would have to yell. Like anything beyond 30 feet, you would have to yell in order to hear each other.
So over the next minute, I'm basically going to just be giving us all a pump up speech about how this is fucking wild, and guys, it's our second bomb, and it's gonna be great, and like high five to everybody, and I'm gonna cast on the 5 of us motivational speech, which is a temporary 5 hit points for the next hour.
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's hour.
I'm above 20 now.
Okay.
Hey,
And then
that's
reminder,
more than that.
if you had temporary hit points before, you can choose to either replace it with these 5 or keep your temporary hit points from before. But they do not stack.
great.
Yep. Cool. I had 3. I think that was from Cal's rage ability.
I think
Yeah.
so, yeah. Okay, these guys truck ahead. Whoops. Where are you? There you go. These guys truck ahead even more, and they get to about here before they stop dead in their tracks and look east.
I'm gonna shimmy to the corner of this, like right here. I can't see anything else yet. Trying to kind of like sneak a little bit so that we don't get like too ambushed.
Hold on, I can't see what the drow are. I need to move the camera a bit. Oh, it might just be too far away. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I think they're outside of your circle.
So,
They're like in the middle of the crossroad, if you remember like what the town
yeah,
looks like.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they're too far away. How tall are the buildings?
These taller ones where you can see multiple roofs, that would be a second floor, so each floor is about 10, 12 feet. So you'd be looking
Okay.
at about 10, 12 feet at this level, and then this part right here is the first one that's any taller, so it's double that height.
Okay.
I did not put
And
dynamic
then,
lighting
so with this
barriers on this map because I figured this kind of thing might happen and it would have just been worse. So.
yeah.
Fair.
So these towards the south of the screen, are those just 10 feet or are those like lower than 10 feet?
Okay, I should clarify. The rooftop takes it a little higher. So let's just say even 15, like point of the rooftop takes it to about 15 feet for the single-story building.
Oh,
And then
okay.
15 feet.
I'm
for
just
every
trying not
level.
to get. Yeah, I'm just trying not to get above that 30 feet mark that I said I wouldn't go over. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head up and fly and perch on top of this building to see if I can catch a glimpse of anything.
Okay. You can tell that the conditions are worsening by the second. However, right now, while it takes not insignificant effort to control yourself, you're able to do so without, faltering. With all the wind, I mean. So where exactly are you? You just going straight up?
On this rooftop. I'm on a perch on that rooftop.
That rooftop.
Oh, cool.
And the hippogriff, is that still on the ground or? I'm not clear.
I'm using him to fly and perch on top of it.
Sorry, I got confused.
So
when
then
you
we're
started
both-
talking
so then
about
we're both.
using your flying. Okay.
Oh yeah, forgot I can fly.
Must be nice. It's super cool.
For the record, if that comes up, I would count this as darkness for that ability, but not for the dark vision.
My vision.
Yeah.
Because the overcast makes shadows, so I would be able to use those.
Right. The whole. I know it's kind of a gray area, but I do want to distinguish between those two. Okay.
It's all good.
Taryn, as you get up here, you're, this sort of orb that you can see obviously shifts with you, and it's incredibly hazy, very difficult to see anything. You do get a little bit better view of people, especially those that are really nearby, like in these areas. Getting into, the blue houses are for the most part houses. The blue buildings are for the most part houses, residences, and the red buildings are for the most part businesses. So you can see people like rushing in, shutting up doors. There's really no time to like board up windows, but you can see shutters being pulled in and like the go mode is happening. And it's only been like 15-20 seconds to this point, so everybody who's caught outside is still just kind of in the process of scattering, and you don't really see anybody doing anything nefarious, but that's about it so far.
Then after I land and I notice that, I'll yell down, Gert, be careful, it's very hard to fly. And then that's gonna be it for now.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You guys are going to be outside of your view by now.
You move fast, wow.
These two are going to. Actually, I should look. Okay, Whirl, you can definitely see it.
Ooh.
Is-
Can't I?
All of you. Alright, that's not you, that's the Gert. That's the I'm gonna scoot that over so I can click on you. Gert,
Gert
you
was
can,
being switched.
you can see the two figures sort of just like standing in the middle of the intersection, and you see this sort of waving motion. But the rest of you are going to be able to see just barely enough that they're like indicating to you to get behind them.
Okay. I'll wave us all over
Yeah,
because I'm the closest.
how would you like us to move? Since you said we're doing this in kind of turn order, but like, am I using 30 feet or?
This is, well, I already fucking spoiled it. So, just position yourself where you would like to be before potentially an encounter happens. Because you'll see as you get closer that these guys are actually facing a group of figures.
Great, then I'm gonna hide behind a different building.
So, actually, like, my plan was to fly around here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can put your token where you would like that to be, and then I'll move the hippogriff. Unfortunately, the monster tokens I can't like give people access to. Those.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Even when monsters are friends?
Yeah. Unless Ash, if
Monsters
you know
gone
a
to
way
really
to do
monsters?
that. I mean, the only workaround I know of is just make my own token. Therefore, it's not a monster.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. Because then you can go in and actually assign where it's going to go.
yeah. So maybe I'll do that before our future sessions where you guys may want to control the hippogriffs.
I think Taryn's gonna move behind this rock, so I'll just put the token there. Boop. He's gonna be right there, flying 20 feet off the ground with the hippogriff.
Okay. And Whirl, you're down there in the corner, and is.
Yeah, like kind of a little bit of like
Yeah.
sneaky hiding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Perfect. As you guys are getting to those spots, you can see a small handful of humanoid figures in that area. They're in Cal. You would notice that they are in an offensive formation. They mean harm. And a voice now actually yelling like from its physical location over here says, "Ah, drow on the surface. Curious. My assets, you do possess him. I expect his
good, he said
return." The drow are just staring. Cal, make a perception check at disadvantage.
It's bothering me what that voice sounds like. Because I know it sounds like somebody, but I can't pin it.
The Crypt Keeper?
Is it the Crypt
Yeah.
Keeper? That
A
might
little
be it.
bit.
Yeah.
The Crypt Keeper's a little higher. He's very John Cassiri.
11.
Cal, it's kind of hard to tell for sure if they're like, I guess for lack of a better phrase, just like frozen, like in fear, or if they're just stalling or trying to figure out what they should do. It's hard for you to tell, but it's actually based on your interactions from them before. I probably should have had you do an insight check instead, but you'd have a fair amount of confidence that they're most likely either stalling or figuring out what move to make. But they're not speaking at all.
The drow.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're bracing themselves at the very least. Anybody want to respond? Or, I mean,
I'll say maybe your boy shouldn't have been such a little bitch.
I brought that on myself.
Amazing.
Oh my god. I
What's
love
up, TikTok? All right.
it. Let's please
God.
clip that.
Oh no,
That would be such a
absolutely
good
clipping it.
audio.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been like taking clips of funny and cool things and
I've
putting
seen
them
a
up on
couple of
social
them,
media.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
very good.
That one's going up
Oh my
for
goodness.
I
sure.
love it so much.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
You have one of my assets.
You know,
I got 2 butt cheeks for you.
I'm-
Does that count?
Man, it's too bad I didn't immediately cast Vicious Mockery, because that would have been a sick burn. Sick burn.
Ooh.
Okay, Cal, I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm not gonna make any assumptions. I'm no longer making assumptions here. I am going to shout to them. This asset you so dearly want. What is it? Who is he?
Just told you
I'm
he's a little
sure
bitch.
you've already figured it out, but he's a werebore. His name is Jolly. He keeps me entertained and operates on the surface
Right,
for me.
Ooh, I don't want to know the details of that relationship.
Are you are you the cause of this inclement weather?
But of course, do you appreciate my work?
It's impressive, but maybe if you calm the torrents down a bit, we can talk this out.
Oh no. The orbs cannot be stopped once they... And of course I have no intent anyway if I could, so... To avoid matters becoming worse, my assets.
No, I insist to avoid matters becoming worse. Let us not continue this rain and storm. And maybe you come back another day when we can speak.
Make a perception check, Cal.
Perception.
He's pulling out another one.
Ooh.
18.
I'm sorry, it is still at disadvantage because of the heavy rain.
Get a higher.
Nice!
Nice.
Roll 20 was
said
like,
what I
no, it's
said.
not a disadvantage. How do you feel?
I said what I
Whirl,
said.
you're actually within line of sight. You may do the same.
I'll make a perception check.
Yes.
Also at disadvantage.
Yes. Is you're a little... just that...
It's fine. I'm
Aw.
purposefully.
I'm too busy laughing at my own joke. I rolled a 3.
There's just a cackle. There's just a
Yeah.
hint of cackle in the storm.
I'm like LOing is, and I'm like, I called him a bitch.
That was really good.
all of you are, before we get to the details of your perception, Cal, all of you are going to hear this deep tung, as if like a rod of solid metal had hit stone. Cal,
Okay.
you would see accompanying that sound, this guy takes what looked just like a staff at first in his hand and like slams the butt of it on the ground. You recognize this staff. It's a trident that you've seen in a vision.
Shit! I've been fully waiting for it. It's on my board.
It's finally here. We have the first one.
Shatterkill waits for no one and nothing. It will happen now.
I'm gonna get him.
I'm gonna take Thunderpoke from my bag, and I'm gonna
Staff
slam
off!
in.
My
I'm
ding
gonna-
is louder.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it twice. I'm gonna do a bang bong into the ground.
We got a straight up
And,
Aquaman
like-
Bang
face
bang
off.
into the ground.
I'm imagining like maybe little sparks coming off of the javelin as it slams down a couple times.
Cal, you would notice as you do that the air around you becomes, in a pleasant way for you, static. It feels as if your staff might have a little bit more bite in this type of setting.
Sick.
You're gonna motorcycle in the rain.
Mhm. I see your Schwartz is as long as mine. No.
I see Jimmy Hot Dog is as strong as my bro.
Okay. The two drow in front of you, as you do that, are going to sort of like look over their shoulders at you, look at each other, and you'd see them both kind of go at like almost this sort of okay, and like semi bow their heads to each other, and in complete harmony with each other, they make this like swirling motion with their hands, create a cross, and then point their arms toward the ground, and a blade pops out of each of their sleeves in both hands.
Sick.
Dope.
We got
There they
Alex
go.
and Mercer Drow. That's so cool.
We roll initiative now. I'm gonna go to intermission quick while we do initiative and bathroom, because I know I need to before we get this going. So we'll be right back. Here we go. Oh yeah, the audio slider's going crazy. That means I do have to turn my. There we go. Okay, so we're in it. We're in it. Cal and the drow are like doing the standoff thing. And everybody has rolled initiative because all these guys are clearly coming at you. So now we actually have Gert, what is your modifier for initiative?
No.
Really?
2.
Your modifier is +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go first. Or maybe they're gonna go first.
So the elves actually get the jump. And they're going to split. And their movement is in like perfect harmony with each other. One gets to here, the other gets to here. And you'll see them both casting spells on their way. One of them, Cal, you'll see this like translucent pink, almost like shroud come around you. And you'd understand that like one of the elves cast a spell on you, and you feel a little bit of extra protection. The other one is going to be launching a bolt of lightning this direction.
I love lightning bolt. Okay.
And it absolutely devastates these two guys. They're hurt a lot. Gert, after that, it is your turn.
Okay. Give me one moment. Right, so from here, I'm gonna cast level 2 guiding bolt. Oh shoot, sorry. I'm not supposed to say that this time. Because we're doing the
You're casting a
in
spell.
case
Right.
somebody
I'm gonna cast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
That's okay. I let's just from this point forward.
Yes.
So yeah, that happens.
Okay.
Ooh.
Damn. What?
Whoa.
So yeah, that's a 17 to hit. And
Oh, it's the hit. Okay.
yeah, that's a 70 to hit, and the damage is, God bless America. Give me one moment. I have a cat who's somewhere she shouldn't be.
I'll get her. You keep going with your turn. I'll get her.
She's already out.
You're both going.
She gone.
Yeah.
It's too late. Okay.
All
She's
good.
lost. It's
Yeah, it's the one has found a way to parkour from a like half door that we have in our house onto like the tallest of tall IKEA furniture
Nice.
things to get to our fake flowers, and it's actually somewhat admirable, but also
As
very
cats do.
annoying. Yeah.
we always know how to cause the most mayhem without doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting real close to knocking down the plants that we have up there. So
She eats them and then she pukes them.
yeah, that too. That too. Can you come over here?
Oh
Please?
man.
Okay, so
Thank
Gert,
you.
after that attack, are you
Good
going to
girl.
move at all? Or do anything else?
Also,
which
who are you
one did
attacking?
hit? Which one did you hit?
Oh, well, funny story. I can't actually see them. So.
You can't? Oh, you're over here.
Yeah. So actually, what I'm gonna do so that I can get a little closer, so that I can like do a thing. I'm gonna move. I'm still gonna be on him. Hold on. Sorry about this. Cool. So I'm gonna move here on the hippogriff. So I'll be like, maybe like 15 feet in the air. And which one's got boo-boos?
These two.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hit this bad boy with that guiding bolt.
Ping it one more time. Okay,
The one in the front. Yeah.
nice. Okay, so this guy, after a lightning bolt and a guiding bolt, drops to the ground.
Wow.
You did
First
so Whirl, you'd be able to see at least one or two of these guys. They look very similar to a couple people you encountered back in Riverguard.
Okay.
In the one very short
We
fight.
encountered a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right. We encountered like very differing types of people in that fight.
Oh, okay, fair. They had the shields and swords.
Unless it looked like the guards. Okay.
Yep, they were unique looking when you got into that room. They had the like swords with that looked like they had animal teeth, sort of chainsaw looking around the blades, and then the shields that were made of like animal hide. Okay, anything else for you, Gert?
Nope.
All right.
Oh, you know what? No, never mind. No.
Okay. This guy is actually going to come forward just enough to be front and center.
It's.
And
Yeah.
now, I would say even Tarrant, for you, like you can see that in one hand he's wielding a weapon, and the other arm is just like it's big. The rest of you are actually everybody else make a perception check. Everybody other than Tarrant. Disadvantage, of course.
8. Then less than that, probably. 6.
7.
Oh no!
Oh, you got both.
Okay. Well, man.
It's raining real
So I
hard.
guess we
guys.
also just see his big arm.
Yeah, his left arm looks abnormally big in the rain. Hard to really tell why, though.
He's been cooped up for too long. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna move there and slam his staff on the ground again and give it a like grab it with the other arm and like give it one dig at the ground as if he's like swirling a pool of water that doesn't exist. And 1, 2, 3 swishes and then points it toward you guys. This tornado of water emanates from the end of the staff and forms into a water elemental.
Of course it does.
Whoa. Cool.
Hey guys, do you know who that is? Not my dad.
Dad.
Your Uncle Swirl.
Oh
my God.
Yes. The uncle I was named after. That's sick.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, that was so good.
Why is that so amazing?
Okay, so now
That's great.
one of these guys, and we have a thing, so you guys can take a look.
Water elementals by far. I think water elementals by far have the scariest design.
Because they got that like spooky doom face.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
That's sick. Let's go.
Yeah. It's actually a little bit more for everybody. It's a little bit more imposing in the sense that like it actually kind of blends in with the severe raining around you. So it's kind of hard to tell
is
like
not okay.
where's the edge of the creature and where's the edge of the rainstorm sort of thing. But you can definitely see like the face, and the more center areas of it where obviously all the water is more concentrated is easier to see. But like where does it end? It almost looks like a ghost in these conditions. Okay, so then we are off to Cal.
Well, that thing went when I was gonna go. Okay, that square should be it. So I'm gonna be running up. Should be there is the 40, or at least most, if not all, of the movement. As I'm like running up, I am going to rage because I'm mad that this person did not want to talk. We didn't want to talk, so there we go. Do I know what happened to me? You said I feel more like protected or guarded or something like that, but do I know what, out of character, what happened to me from the drow spell? Or is it a surprise tool that will help us later?
It's definitely not something you've seen or experienced for yourself. I'm going to use your passive int. What is your passive int?
13.
Okay. You are confident that it was a spell of protection to sort of make you more able to take a hit.
Okay, I guess my biggest thing is I just want to know if there's anything I need to adjust right now in my sheet.
Oh,
but if it's
no.
a surprise tool for later,
It is a
then-
surprise tool, yes.
and I'm not gonna worry about that. But this is a 10-foot aura, so that means that this person should just be within the range. So the drow that I'm closest to is gonna get 3 temporary hit points.
Nice. Okay.
And then let's just do it. I'm gonna do the whole 1-2 with Thunderpoke at actually the first one I'm gonna do at this. Ooh, I have to put the pointer on at this one first.
Okay.
So maybe chuck that one. That's a 20.
That'll hit.
I hope so.
And I guess just to be fair about this, because I'm doing like a ranged weapon and anything like that, is there any disadvantage with that kind of stuff, or am I close enough now that I can kind of
It is
work it
past
out.
50 feet that it'll be more difficult. And I'm gonna treat it so disadvantage is a little too much. 50 feet or more is actually going to be half cover, so it'll just add to the AC.
Okay. Yeah, just for the rain aspect, if there's, I don't know, something with that. But if I'm close enough that none of that's going to affect it, then
Yep,
cool.
you are.
So,
It's the little number.
6 piercing damage to that one. And as I recall it, I'm just gonna throat right again at the big arm guy.
Okay.
Person thing. 26.
Whoa.
Is that a crit? Oh, not quite. Okay.
No.
It still hits.
No, it's still only an 18.
Dang.
That's just an 18. Don't
Only, you know.
He mad though.
But does that?
Oh yeah, it hits. Yeah.
It hits. Okay. I'm just.
Sorry,
I don't know
I
what
thought I
this
said it.
Just in
Apparently
case.
I didn't.
I don't know what this person's about. I just want to make sure. So, that's 10 piercing.
Nice. Okay. Okay. And Cal, what is your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
Okay. You know that you're a lot closer to this guy than you were at first. The way he looks right now is like really similar to this elemental right next to you. It's almost as if he's blending into the water, like the rain, the fogginess from the rain. Definitely much more so than the other folks fighting alongside him. But from here now, you would be able to see much more clearly. His left arm is actually like in the shape of a massive claw.
People.
Anything else for you?
No, I think that's gonna do it. Just, I guess, one more. Just something as I'm like moving forward and making these attacks and everything. It's still coming down, right? It's like the rain is just pouring.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so yeah, that's gonna do it for me.
Okay. Then we are off to the water elemental, which will actually go directly to you, Cal.
Yep.
Since you're the most immediate target in the vicinity. And it's just gonna like swoop up from the ground upward and slam as if like its entire body is involved with the like a full-on body slam. Okay, that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh my god.
But I feel extra protected, so
I just,
I mean, fair.
Your
Just kidding.
your
That
AC
hits.
is
Then the
before
save
extra
counter.
protection.
it's not enough to stop. It's not going to be enough to stop that. That's going to hit.
Okay.
But it's
So-
15 if you want to know for your actual calculation.
Okay, so for flavor purposes, you feel like this should have hit you harder. It hits you. It hurts. It should have hit you harder. You know that it made contact with like. I don't know how to describe this, so I'm just gonna do my best. Like it hit. Okay. It should have hit you harder. You know that it took away from that barrier, but you are okay. Part of that barrier still exists.
Plus, aren't you raging so you take less damage?
you take half damage anyways.
Because it's bludgeoning.
From most types of damage, yes.
Oh, right.
resistance to those things, but I don't. Yeah, yeah. But okay,
you know what?
That's
It's
not what I thought it was
resistance
going
to
to be.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Juice to Joe, I'm just going to tell you so that you can keep track of it so I don't forget with the 18 other things I got to keep track of.
Yeah, sure.
You have +2 to AC, and you were given 20 temporary hit points.
Whoa,
Shit!
Okay.
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's good to know because I would have taken that because I have I had another thing from
Right.
that other. So I
And
definitely
it's
would
not
choose
something like you're constantly. Someone else made that happen, so it's on, someone else's mechanics. If and when it goes away, sort of thing. But as far as you know, you have 20 temporary hit points +2 to AC, and that was a physical bludgeoning attack. So I believe you have resistance. So that would have been reduced to 5 damage, if that is correct.
Oh, I guess yeah. If that was a physical, non-magical attack, it's the
Yes.
bludgeoning damage. Then that makes sense. So
Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
Then it's going to attempt to sort
Do
of
that 3 more times.
It's going to attempt to sweep you up with it. So you need to make an acrobatics check, or strength save, strength saving throw.
I know what this is, and I'm not stoked about it.
Saving throw, and that's not. That's Dex, and that's not it. Okay. Strength saving throw.
Ooh, that's a big
20.
one.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
That's a nat 20 for a 27.
27? Oh, damn. Okay.
With a natural 20.
So for flavor's sake, this thing swoops up as if it was a straight up wave at the beach sort of thing and slams on you, and you definitely take the hit, but the barrier absorbs it for you, right? And the whole thing splashes on the ground in this gelatinous sort of fashion, and then forms itself back together and swoops right past you. Cal, you can tell that it tried to take you with it, but it moves on to here.
Tight. Let's do this. Let's fucking do this.
If reaction in case you want it.
Cal, you do get a reaction for it moving out of the melee range if you want it.
So ready. So fucking ready.
Damn. Alright, damn. I have something, but it's an action, it's not a reaction. Man, I hate those technicalities. I'm You know what? Yes. And I'm not sure how this would work. Well, I guess that part doesn't really matter. I am going to as it's slithering away or whatever, I'll swipe at it with Thunder Poke, and I am adding Thunder Wave to it.
You can do that. Yep. If you hit. The charge is not expended.
If you hit.
If you hit, roll
super
the
fucking
26.
hit. Nice.
Okay. Because I have a feeling about like this, I guess.
Okay.
So 8 piercing damage, but something that's made out of thunder.
It is magical piercing damage, though. So
Good to know.
that is like the blanket explanation. How does that work?
Sure.
Magic.
That's
Magic.
that is fair. That's it's a magical javelin. And so
19 on
yeah.
the dex save for level 1 Thunder Wave. Your Thunder Wave will be half effective, but you can still roll the level 1 damage.
I'm trying to find. Oh because I went off of the spell. Oh shoot. Well, I already said I'm doing it, so I guess the drow's gonna have to maybe do it too.
Do what?
And maybe whirl, because the thunderous wave, each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from me must make a Constitution saving throw.
You'd be able to direct that. So, it's a cube originating from you. And
I mean,
that doesn't
as the
mean
cube
you're-
currently stands, I am outside of the cube.
Are you?
That's my aura. The 15-foot cube would hit you.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was at a 10-foot aura.
But
Oh, rude.
oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. But Whirl has cover. So okay, I'm gonna improvise a little bit with this and say Whirl, make a dex save, but the DC Cal is going to be 2, so mirroring the AC from half cover. It's going to be 2 less. Okay, she saves. And I'm actually even going to say the save in her case because of cover is going to mean she doesn't take anything.
All right.
Like,
Alright.
she's got cover. She's
Then I see it coming and I just duck around the corner.
And the drow's unfortunately gonna have to.
Actually, no.
He's a drow. He's probably like 8
He's
feet.
outside of it. It's a straight diagonal from you, and he's just behind it.
No, the other one, the close one.
So it's a 15-foot cube originating from me. So is it not like from me? It's a cube.
You are not the center of the cube. You
the
are
way-
the face. You're on one face, and the whole cube is in front of you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood how that specific thing works.
That's okay. You're
So I
you're
guess if
definitely
that
not
was-
alone there. Even after the explanation that's given in a player handbook about this, so many people can get confused about it. So from you, like 15 feet straight this way is where it happens, and then we have to make a perpendicular line, 7.5 feet this way, and 7.5 feet this way.
Okay.
That's the cube.
And I mean, yeah, I could probably even make an argument for placement on that. I'll remember that for next time. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for explaining all that. I guess that's 3, 4. I guess 4 thunder damage if it takes half as much.
That was 5 because we round up when we're giving the damage, but we round down when we're getting the damage.
Rounding in favor of the
Right,
player.
so-
Yes. So that's a total of 12, 13.
5 thunder damage.
5 and 8.
5 and 8 is 13, yeah.
8 piercing, 5 thunder damage.
Okay. And Whirl, this blast of energy sort of like chunks off a little bit of a support beam right in front of you, and you can feel this like rush of wind from it a little bit, and it like just barely misses actually harming you.
I'm all about wind, so.
Just throws your Beyonce hair off a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Just, yeah.
Whirl
It's like it coming from the side instead of straight on.
Whirl
Right, anything else,
stays
Cal?
winding.
Oh no, that's the reaction then.
All right. Oh, that's right. That was the reaction. Taryn, it's your turn.
Cool. Taryn's gonna move. Hold on. I want to measure first because I don't remember my measurements. Okay. Taryn's gonna fly Talak all the way over here. Whoop. He's gonna sit right there. And at this point, am I able to see the claw?
Yes.
Actually, let me rephrase. I'm gonna use Talak to fly over there. I'm not going to fly over there. I have to remember to start doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Because you can fly.
I can fly.
Yes, you can see that this dude, like his left arm is a full-on lobster claw.
Okay.
And he's got this really, from what you can tell with the obscure, I said obscuration, I'm just gonna keep saying it now, of the rain, like even through that you can tell like this trident is super ornate.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to waste my turn making a check. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast 2 spells. One's a bonus action leveled spell. One is an action cantrip. So I'm gonna cast 2. If anything is gonna happen to that.
I take it as a no.
Oh. First I'm gonna do Shield of Faith on World, and then
Oh, thank you.
Yep, you get a +2 to AC.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and do. I totally saw Cal nail this water elemental, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the water elemental.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
It's a wisdom save.
So I would like. Yep.
9er.
Ooh. 9 is gonna
Oh.
fail. You're gonna take 13 necrotic.
Nice.
Okay.
Fun. Even though it
Uh,
has 0 wisdom.
it has terrible wisdom. Yep. No. And then I think that's gonna be it. Yeah, it's gonna be it for me.
Okay. These guys are gonna go. These two are gonna bum rush this guy. This guy's gonna go here. Excuse me. They can't get quite far enough to do the flanking thing. Oh, hiccups. Damn it. First 2 are against the south. And then 1 more against the north. 23, 21, 16. Hit, miss.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. So we're in full-on like sword fight with these 5 individuals in the middle. The two attacking this guy, he's not quite able to stave off both of them at the same time. This one is able to just barely skirt the slash. So the one to the south takes a bit of a hit from what you can see. And then Iz.
Hi. How far away is this guy? Perfect.
Actually,
I'm going to.
I'm gonna start doing this. It's your turn. Whirl, you're up next. I'm gonna start
Aha,
saying who's next.
Cool.
I'm very ready.
This is the Chuckles I'm in danger.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that at all. But full stop. Not even worried about the elemental.
It's all good.
No.
God, this probably isn't gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So Iz is going to stand there, like, staring at this water elemental, like, terrified beyond belief. But she'll just kind of, like, put her arms out. Darkness kind of swirls around her, and then these giant tendrils of dark energy spew from behind her
Hell yeah!
Ooh.
and go to, like, whip this thing. I am
Yes!
attempting to cast Arms of Hadar.
Absolutely!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Someone's doing some dark shit.
It's not gonna do
Totally
great,
freaking
but
out, Gert. Wow.
so
it's a
the
strength save,
water,
right?
yeah, strength save. And strength isn't my strength, so like,
15.
fuck.
Uh-oh.
But it
That's
takes half,
fine.
right?
So like 1 damage.
Takes 2 damage.
2
We round
damage.
up,
Okay,
which frankly is 2/3 of the damage.
that's
Exactly.
true.
So you got the
Yeah.
majority of the damage off.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
very
you-
true.
Very good job.
Sad. That's supposed to be a 2d6, and it's just no.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
Garbo.
thank you.
The drawback of dice, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. But it was epic.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, you do
Yes.
have to be within 10 feet, though.
Am I not 10 feet?
You would hit
Oh,
whirl.
am I 15? Oh shit. Okay. Well, I would step 5 feet up and then do the cool thing.
You would still hit whirl.
Really? Oh. Okay.
I can
You
strength
are
save
able-
if you need me to.
You are able to position in a way that you wouldn't hit whirl, but if you stay anywhere below like this spot, you would hit whirl.
Yeah, I'm gonna go up here and do that.
Okay.
I don't want to hit whirl.
Thanks. I
Just
appreciate
wanted
it.
to keep it honest. Okay, anything else for you?
That's it.
Whirl, you're up.
Right.
Then there's other things, and then Gert, you're the next player that's up.
First, I'm going to cast a spell.
Go for it.
Great. I'm going to cast Heat Metal on the Trident.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Because Heat Metal, immediately they take the damage, there is no save.
Yep.
And then as long as I continue to pay attention to it, unless he lets go of the Trident, he continues to take damage. So, I keep reading about how good this fucking spell is, and I'm stoked about it.
Unless there's some weird description that the trident just isn't metal.
Right.
It's just like.
But yeah, he's within 60 feet, and
Yep.
thus so is the Trident, unless his arm is 30 feet long.
It's not.
And I like whoosh my energy out, and it's lighting up bright red, and he takes 13 damage.
Damn.
Okay. So you'd be
Hopefully.
able to see that it has. You can tell that it is resistant.
Sure,
It's not as effective as it should be.
that's fair. Fine.
But it does still definitely have some effect.
Great.
Where are you? Okay. Awesome. Oops. Anything else for you?
Yes, I'm gonna stare directly at the water elemental, and I'll say, "Don't worry, guys. I'll be fine." And I'm going to cast as my bonus action, Cutting Words on the water elemental,
Okay.
which is a minus D8 on its next attack or saving throw.
Okay. Help me remember that.
Yes, I shall.
Okay. So the elves are going to go, and then it's Gert's turn. These guys are going to give a series of slashes that are at Cal and Taryn. You can definitely see this like unnatural speed. It's as if they're performing a sort of dance move. They have a flow to them. Think Tai Chi, but with these blades as extensions of their arms, and they just go. Shoo, 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 shoo. All three of these guys are down.
Dope.
Seems
That
too
makes it a
fast.
lot easier.
And they both move toward this guy. Gert, you're up. Cal, you're up after the 2 spaces after Gert.
You muted.
Am I muted?
No,
No,
Gert.
Gert muted.
Oh, Gert, you're muted.
Not yet.
Sorry about that. Yes.
Okay.
I am going to fly here. Why aren't you moving? So I'm gonna fly to like here, but I'm up.
Okay.
Still about 15 feet. And then I am going to cast thing. That sounds to me like you're not gonna do anything, so I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead on the baddie.
This guy?
Is the target?
Oh, he's the only one left.
Yeah.
Other than the
Is
water.
target missing any hit points?
Yes.
Great.
Wisdom save, right?
Ooh.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh. Oh wait.
Oh, you got
Oh,
it!
yeah!
So that's 7 points of damage, and then I'm gonna take my spiritual weapon
Heck yeah.
G-Ritual weapon.
And yeah, I'm gonna give Mr. Gar a bop. Cause that's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
What is? Oh man, we haven't done your weapon yet.
I know. I'm sorry. That's gonna be like next.
Do you want me to
week.
randomly text you next week and be like, draw your GD weapon?
It's Wednesdays. Wednesdays is when I are my days to do the thing.
And then I will text you on Wednesday
So
to draw your weapon.
yes.
Oh, because
I'm texting you right now to remind myself to text you again on Wednesday.
There we go.
Heck yeah.
Controlled by Gert. Hello? There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's totally the map. I thought I did all my research on making this happen and it wasn't good enough, so
Oh,
Fine.
we're gonna
That's
be
cool.
clumsy with
Nice.
this map.
It's pretty good.
So
Okay.
yeah, he's gonna get a bop.
4, 9 magical force damage, yes.
Yep. Again, unless he can beat a 19.
He does not.
Good.
You can tell that it hits.
Cool.
Okay. Then we are on him, actually.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take his claw hand, which most of you can see now, and clasp onto the staff just under his other hand and give another slam on the ground, and this wave of water will sort of splash up. It almost looks as if like the ground itself does this shock wave. And the two elves are going to sort of get thrown up in the air. Cal, you're able to feel the sort of ripple effect on the ground, but it doesn't make anything happen to you. One of the elves is actually
I
going
forgot
to,
something
like,
about heat metal.
okay.
Unless he succeeds a Constitution saving throw to drop the object, he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Okay. So then I'll
Yeah.
modify this a little bit. The same thing happens. Both of the elves sort of get thrown up in the air a little bit, and one of them has to like catch himself by landing almost like superhero style. So he's like on his hands and knees. The other is able to catch himself, but they're both sort of thrown backwards. And one of them is going to have a slightly lower movement. And then he's actually going to take a slash. Oh wait, no, you're in the air. You're in the air, so he can't do that. He's going to move this
Both of
direction
you.
toward Cal. But he has to stop there. Cal, you're up, and then Taryn, you're going to be the next player that's up.
Cool.
So the big water thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you describe, like, what do I see in terms of, like, how the creature is formed? Does it just look like it's just a pile of water that has taken shape?
So the best I can describe it is imagine fog, like the visual shape that fog can sort, or like, I guess, vape smoke. You know how people can like
Okay.
do funky things with vape smoke?
Sure.
So imagine it's in this sort of
Gross.
shape where it's got a point at the bottom, and it comes up to this bulb. And the bulb is like the head face area, and then there's this to a point. But it's water.
Okay, but everything, like, from the point and going up and everything, like, that's all water.
Yeah, it's like swirling on itself, but it being this close, you can see a definitive outline of what the body actually is.
All right, I'm going to take a step back towards it,
Okay.
and I'm going to reach out and, like, reach out for that point of where it's doing the swirling and doing all of that stuff.
Okay.
And with my Storm Soul, As an action, I can touch water and turn a 5-foot cube of it into ice that lasts for 1 minute.
Oh. Okay.
So I want to see what that does by
Just
turning like a 5-foot area of its base into ice.
Just one shot it on accident.
Very
Worrying about
interesting.
having to
'Cause I was
improvise
expecting
with
different things to
conversations.
happen next.
Yeah. This is a feature, right?
This is the Storm Soul Tundra Freeze Water. Like that's literally all it says. The action fails if a creature is in the cube. Well, okay.
I guess it would be the cube.
So what's the technicality there? If it is a creature, but there's not.
If the creature is not in the cube, but it is the cube.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm reading.
That would be really cool, though.
Oh,
if
I'm reading
it's
the
just
wrong
like,
thing. What's it called again?
Hold on, let me.
Tundra. There we go. I was
it's
looking at
all-
your Storm Aura Tundra.
Right, yeah, this is Storm Soul Tundra Freeze Water, and I pinged it in the chat too. It's the last.
Yeah, it's in the last sentence. Moreover, as an action, you can touch water and turn a 5-foot cube of it into ice, which melts after a minute. This action fails if the creature is in the cube.
Roll a d10.
Ooh. Take my no whammies. Or few whammies. I'm fine getting whelmed by this thing. I'm pretty stoked about it, actually.
I don't like that. That
Nine.
sounds spooky.
I don't think you understand how cool I am.
This thing is, it like gives you a glance with this sort of ghostly face that it has, as this cubic chunk of it just like freezes and falls to the ground. I don't have a more elegant way to say this. Like you literally just took a chunk out of it, and you can tell that it caused damage.
Did it get shorter?
I get thinner.
Yeah, more svelte.
Based on how
Take
big
them
it
out of
is,
the-
you wouldn't really be able to tell, but player to player, yes. Like DM to player, yes.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, we brought him out of the 6-foot club now.
Yeah.
You know what? I had no idea what was gonna happen with that. I thought I don't know. Never really knew when I was gonna be able to use that, so I thought I might as well use
That's
it now.
pretty sick.
Pretty good.
Definitely helped you.
Shot
Enjoy
my
this.
shot. And
Anything else?
That's where it got me. But unfortunately, that is my action. So, I think you're still good with that. As a bonus action, then, because this drow in my aura has taken damage, correct?
Yes.
So yeah, let me pop another 3 hit points their way.
And that's 3 temporary, not healing, right?
Right, 3 temporary hit points.
Okay. Got it.
And that'll be it.
All right. Let's take another brief break. And we're going to continue. The water elemental is going to have its turn, and then Taryn, you're going to be on deck. So we'll come back to that. But unless we need extra dog time, I think this could be a pretty quick break, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
good.
cool. Super quick break. We'll be right back.